Hey everyone, and welcome back to the FlixList, the weekly list where we rank off the best movies in a certain category. This week, in honor of Toy Story 4, we're talking about the best 3 Pixar movies of all time. Hi everybody, welcome back to the FlixList. I am Nathan, and today we are talking about the best Pixar movies of all time. Toy Story 4 came out this weekend, and guess what? Pixar made a good movie again. Okay, so their track record isn't perfect. They have taken a few missteps, mostly when they decided to cast Larry the Cable Guy in another sequel to Cars. I kind of hate Cars, and we're not going to talk about Cars. Well, I mean, I'm talking about it now, but it's definitely not going to be on this list. Pixar is brilliant. Pixar has been a very big staple in my life. The first Toy Story came out when I was like 7, 8 years old, and they just kind of kept coming. And now that I've grown into an adult, if that's what we're calling me, they have gotten better and explored more, taken some chances, done really well. Taken some chances, did not so well, but that's what we're talking about today. I have come up with my list. This has been hard. And I can say I've done really good research because I've seen every single Pixar movie. And so my list is it's credible. I think it's great. And let's get into it, okay? At number 3, we're going to go back to basically where it all started. We're going to do the original Toy Story. This has been an incredible trilogy and now quadrology. That's what you call it. They haven't taken a misstep in the series. It's been outstanding. It was actually very hard for me to choose which one to put on here. I love Toy Story 3. I actually mentioned it in my best trilogy, best third edition of a film series earlier. Toy Story 2 is wonderful. The moment with Sarah McLachlan's When Somebody Loves You might be my favorite moment in any Pixar movie, tied with a moment from the first number 1 on this list, which we'll get to later. But Toy Story is where it all began, and it's outstanding. The character Sid kind of lives in infamy. He is the worst, but I love it. Obviously, Pizza Planet scene, the interaction, the relationship between Buzz Lightyear and Woody, the moment when they confront Sid under the bed with a little mutant toy. It's brilliant, and it's so good, and it's why Pixar is still around today, because they discovered a formula in the story there which was just perfect. And yeah, Toy Story is where it all started and where it begins and where it decided it was going to be a lasting image and it wasn't going to be another animated film. So Toy Story earns its spot at number 3. Number 2, this was very hard for me to decide between number 2 and number 1, but we're going to go with WALL-E. I love WALL-E, and WALL-E is brilliant because if it stood alone as a science fiction film, it would be brilliant. It basically kind of took everything that Pixar had been doing, kind of flipped it on its head and made a completely different movie. It's not a similar trope or storylines that you see in other ways. It's very much almost a political commentary on terms of kind of everyday society and humans' reliance on technology and where we might all be headed. I don't know, but it's outstanding. And the first 25 minutes of this film, there's no dialogue, hardly ever. And it's incredible, the beauty and the emotion that is all told through a robot that doesn't even say a single word besides, oh, that's my impression I like to do, my WALL-E. It's a wonderful love story. It's a wonderful science fiction story. It's a wonderful kind of grasp on what's going on in the world and where it's headed, and it says a lot that you don't really expect from a Pixar movie, and it's brilliant. And I mentioned it's beautiful because it's beautiful, and the kind of ties to 2001: A Space Odyssey is kind of what Pixar is always known to do, is really give good credit to amazing filmmakers and kind of cinema past. So WALL-E, you're great and you earn it. Number 1, we're gonna go with Up. Up is amazing. Any movie that can make me basically cry every single time in the first 15 minutes, you're gold. And that montage has gone down in kind of film history as incredible and also shocking. I'll never forget the first time I saw it. I was like, this is a Disney movie? This is Pixar? What are you doing to me? It's so good. It's a wonderful action adventure. The storyline, it's a great buddy film between the old man and the Boy Scout and Carl. He's the man. He's so good. I love it. I love when they go into the adventure land and they meet Kevin and Doug, the dog. It's exhilarating. It's fun. It's heartwarming. It says so much, and it's so good. It's a wonderful, wonderful film that stands its alone as just a film, as opposed to a Pixar film or a Disney film. It's outstanding. It's so, so good. Up. You earn it. So I'm so excited to see Toy Story 4. I'll make my way this week. But I've been Nathan. This has been FlixList, and we'll see you next week.